right, you guys. So, this is the homework that I asked you to do yesterday. So I want to give you the answers so you know if you were doing it right. So we were looking at the mean absolute deviation. And on our Zoom meeting today, Cooper was like, yeah, I see why your kids, the previous sixth graders, called it mad. But it's not hard. It's just a little bit, there's some steps. So the first thing you do is you take your data and you find the mean. So if you take your calculator and you add all these numbers together and then you divide by how many there are, there's 4 of them, you get 87. So the first step is to find the mean. So you find the mean of your data and we got 87. Then we want to see how far everything deviates. So the first set of data was 85. Our mean is here, our data is here. So we can see there's a distance of 2. The second set of data was our mean is 87 and it was 82. So we can see that there's a distance of 5. We're still here at 87. I think it was 88 is our next piece of data. And then it's all the way up at 93, so it is 6. So the distance away is 2 from the first one, 5 for the second, 1, and then 6. So when we add, so that's the second step, find the distance. The third step, is where you add all those numbers together. 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 6 equals, you divide that by 4 and you get a mean absolute deviation or MAD of 3.5. Okay? So, I'd like you for today to finish these other problems with your calculator. It won't take you very long if you just take a second. So step 1 is to find the mean. So if we add those all together, I have this done somewhere. Well, we'll just do it with the calculator. So it looks like 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 6. And so when we add these all together, we get 20 divided by 4, so our mean is 5. So that is our first step. We found our mean is 5. Now remember, the second step is to find the absolute deviation, like the absolute value. So 5 is 3 away from 2. 5 is 0 away from 5. And it's 2 away from 7. And it's 1 away from 6. So the absolute deviations for all of our data is 3, 0, 2, and 1. So if step 3 is to find the mean of that data. So you add all that data together and divide by how many there are. And you get 6 divided by 4. And you take your calculator and that turns out to be 1 and 5/10. So you have an absolute mean absolute deviation or MAD of 1.5. So if you would try those for today, that would be outstanding. I also want to make sure that you understand a few things. So, I'm gonna put these back here so we can look at this. So look at, this is what we are doing with our data so you guys understand. We are taking a look at some data. That's what data distribution means. So we're looking at some data. And what we've been doing now is we're looking at different ways of finding the center of our data. So those are called measures of center. So, oops, gotta raise it up. So the mean, the median, and the mode all tell us where the center of our data is. They're different measures of telling us the center. The mean absolute deviation, that is telling us how far apart our data is. So we want to know, is most of our data far away from our middle, our mean, or is most of our data pretty close to our mean? So again, in 6th grade, what we really want to focus on in statistics is, okay, so we're given some data and we can tell some things about our data, where the center is, by looking at the mean, median, or mode. And we can also tell how far our data spread apart. And the first way we've done it is the mean absolute deviation, or the MAD, okay? So I kind of wanted you to have a handle on that too. So you guys finish those problems, have a good one, and I'm going to put daily what we do because kids at the Zoom meeting said daily helped them better. So talk with you guys later. Give me a Google Meet anytime. Bye.